It depends.
Leave hypotheticals in the subreddit, guys, and I'll give an answer. Usually it's it depends.
All right, y'all, let's jump into it. Sort by top. Week. Let's go. Can I get arrested for breaking the laws of physics? So y'all know I'm attorney Tom, not physics teacher's Tom, but let's just assume that you could do this or this would work. Maybe you could get arrested. Certainly an OSHA manual somewhere would explode because you have heavy machinery floating in the air, and that could be reckless and really dangerous. It depends. It depends. It depends. What do you want from me? It depends. Asking lawyers, could MrBeast use this as Elon Musk's will to have ownership over Twitter if he dies? If I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing ya. If that happens, can I have Twitter? Okay. Drum roll, please. No, this would not be enforceable. In order for you to have a valid contract, you need offer, acceptance, and consideration. Here, there was no consideration. And some people might say, hey, Tom, this isn't a contract, but rather this is a will. Well, I can tell you that as a Texas lawyer, and I'm fairly confident that Elon Musk is domiciled in Texas. In order for you to have a will, it needs to be notarized, signed by 2 witnesses. Texas does recognize holographic wills, which is handwritten wills, but it needs to be written down and signed by the testator, and tweets don't count as that. So, no, MrBeast cannot get Twitter from Elon Musk if Elon Musk dies from mysterious circumstances. Look at my lawyer, dog. I'm going to jail. Okay. I see how it is. Achoo! Oh, did I accidentally sneeze onto my law firm's site, AttorneyTom.com? Oh. Well, I'm sorry about that. I'm such a bad lawyer, my mouse slipped. Fell off plus shorter than me plus ratio. How illegal is this? Reverse age discrimination in employment. I apologize for closing again. My 2 new cashiers quit because I said their boyfriends couldn't stand here for their entire shift. Don't hire Gen Z. They don't know what work actually means. Now hiring baby boomers only. Thanks. Okay, very interesting. If a business says that they're only going to hire baby boomers, is that employment discrimination? I actually don't know because I am not an employment lawyer. So regardless of what the answer is, I'm going to give them a knowledge hammer because, you know, boomers. Am I right? Okay. Okay, so just at a quick glance, it appears that federal law doesn't actually protect young workers. Reverse age discrimination, it says here. Although it should be advised, although federal law might not protect younger workers, some states, for instance, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Oregon, have state laws which prohibit discrimination against younger employees. So, depends on what state you're in. Some guy stole a tram in Germany and took it for a joyride and filmed themselves doing it. Details in comments.
Also... Ey, ich hab keinen Bock auf Knast, ne?
So, der Herr. Komm, wir setzen uns in den VIP-Lounge.
Gib mir mal schnell Barcard, gib mir Barcard. Ach du Scheiße, Digga.
Mit uns nie wieder zu spät.
Digga, wir müssen aber wieder zurück, ne?
Ja,
Wie willst du das?
Okay, class, I want everybody to get out their notes and write this down. Here's today's lesson, and it's one that we've covered before. Rule 1. Do not do anything illegal. Rule 2. If you're going to do something illegal, do not post it on social media. Thank you for coming to my Tom Talk. Knowledge hammer needed. Somewhere an OSHA manual just exploded. I agree. Cited Tom on my final paper on personal protective equipment. Kherkher, Thomas J. Actor. Man almost takes saw to the face, narrated by Thomas J. Kherkher, 2021 YouTube. So, you know, I do have an IMDb. So I guess actor isn't technically wrong. You know, some call me an actor, some call me a philanthropist. Some people call me Maurice. Some call me the greatest legal mind of this generation. It's whatever. And yes, I absolutely stand by my statement. We are going to sue your teacher if you don't get an A+. I'm looking at you, teacher. Cat trap. Amusing. Could the owner really be successfully sued for that? Seems like a cause for improper training for one of the mechanics. Car owner who left Jeep at dealership gets sued after worker dies during oil change. So this needs to be an entire video on its own. I actually did some digging into this once I saw this case pop up in the news because I thought it was really weird and interesting. Long story short, Michigan has some of the worst laws in the country for people who get injured. This happened in Michigan. There's some legal gymnastics going on here for sure. They have to sue the car owner to get to the car's insurance, to get to probably the insurance of the actual shop. It needs to be its own video. Attorney Tom, when he watches a USCSB video, this was completely avoidable. Absolutely. You're right. Of course it's avoidable. That's what makes it so infuriating. That's why I'm getting gray hairs, because I live this. This is what I see every day. And it just, you know, I just want to have the hammer. There's a reason why the hammer exists. Essay feedback. You did a great job, but me. Fun fact for everybody who might be in school. You know, I'm not the best writer. I'm not. And people think, oh, Tom, you're a lawyer. You need to be a good writer. No, that's why I hire nerds. You just get nerds for that stuff. So if you're not a good writer, don't worry. Nerds exist.
First in my class there at MIT, got skills, I'm a champion at D&D.
What would happen here? Okay, what's gonna happen is these guys and their company are going to pay for a new roof for this homeowner. That's why if you ever hire a contractor, make sure they are licensed, insured, and bonded, because if something like this happens, you're gonna need them to pay for the damage they caused. Is quoting a movie as though they're your own words in an opening statement some kind of perjury? No, it's not. This isn't like school where you get in trouble for plagiarizing. You can say whatever you want. Perjury means that you're lying. So if you quoted a movie quote that was a lie, then that's perjury. I mean, just saying a movie quote for the sake of a movie quote isn't necessarily perjury. They might think you're a crazy person, but, you know, whatever. This just feels wrong. Morgan & Morgan, my arch nemesis, the largest personal injury firm in the country that spends hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising, putting an ad on my video. Good. They're paying the bills, baby. Because I'm getting paid for that ad to be there. They're gonna click on my video and they're gonna call me anyway. Hear that, John Morgan? You might be rich, you might have private jets. I have a blimp. Yeah, that's right. But would it be a tort? Cops, everything you say can and will be held against you.
Mandatory bait.
Okay, obvious meme aside, there is a tort that you can sue police officers for if you feel like they use unnecessary roughness. You have to sue them generally under section 1983. It's probably governed by federal law, depending on what state you're in. There's going to be some form of immunity for the cops, and it's very difficult to prove, and it's very, very hard. I know I just totally buzz-killed that meme, but that's what the answer is. It depends. Probably not. Cops have a lot of deference, but these cases do exist, but they have to be extreme circumstances. I was standing in the grocery store line and the ceiling tile above me fell, hit me in the head, followed by a few gallons of dirty water. I was completely soaked and employees didn't do anything. Yes, the reason to not sue would be you weren't injured. Clearly, this is negligence. There's definitely some form of premises liability on the owners of the store, but torts are governed by damage. So even if there was negligence or there is liability on the premises, if you just got wet, it's not going to be worth a lawyer's time to sue. I'm not even going to answer your phone call for $200. A world before OSHA looks fun.
Emotional damage.
The Empire State Building, which had 5 deaths among its 3,400 employees during construction. The World Trade Center building in the 1970s which had 60 construction worker deaths. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna go out on the record. As a general rule of thumb, people should not die doing their job. An update. Cited Tom in my PPE paper and got an A+. Woo! Let's go, baby! Let's go. It pays to leave work early. Get out of there. Return time. Hypothetically, can you confirm? Credit to Family Guy for the clip.
Do it.
Both of you are under arrest for prostitution.
It's not prostitution.
You paid her to have sex.
No, I paid her to have sex and we're filming it. So technically it's not prostitution, it's a porno.
Oh, well, as long as you're filming and selling it, it's legal.
As stupid as this sounds, that could potentially be valid. Of course, it's just going to depend on the state. As one of my favorite law school professors used to say, the law tain't fair. The law isn't always fair, and there's always some funny way to get around it, seems like. Who will pay for all of that, legally speaking? So, first things first is this person. They're the ones causing the damage. Now, just being realistic, generally when people commit crimes like this, they don't have the pockets to reimburse the store owner for the damage they caused. So then you go to your insurance policy. Does your insurance policy have any sort of theft protection or just vandalism protection? And if so, then the store's insurance. Hopefully they didn't need all of those pieces for their project. What were they thinking? This kind of gives off the dog vibes, you know, like when a dog has a stick that's just enormous. Y'all, there are so many dumb people. There's so many dumb people, it hurts my head. Tom, in your April 29th video, you dare me to pause the video. I made a Reddit account just for this. I think I look fine. Oh, yeah, that's it for today's video. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury attorney who accidentally became a YouTuber. Attorney Tom.